What's up guys? Today will be a tutorial not just on drawing hot women, but also just things in general. The process is actually the same for every drawing because everything has structure and exists in the 3D plane. The key is to see and draw everything as big simplified shapes. This will be the foundation for the details to come. As you can see, the structure is complete and now I'm beginning to add organic curves to her body. One of my main intentions is to be confident in my lines, and not use more lines than I need to. Simplification is underrated and a true marker of professionalism in my humble opinion. I linked the model in the description in case you want to see the uncensored photos and videos. She fucked with my content before I even knew her, so show her some love. If you decide to support her business, I will receive a percentage of the sale. And drawing isn't the only thing you can use her content for. If you're picking up what I'm putting down, tell her Drizzy sent you. 3D rendering programs essentially work the same way that drawing does. The structure itself is always constructed from the most basic shapes. The detail is added later. Think about old PS2 games. The characters are basically no different from a dodecahedron from your 9th grade math book. The only detail is the skin pasted onto the structure. It is all an illusion. Nipples usually fall in the center of the breast, if not slightly pointing outwards. But we're pretending like this is your first time seeing boobs. LOL. You know what they look like, yup earth. The following sequence of lines happened in like 4 seconds and are literally perfect. This is a result of being in the flow state and the structure I placed earlier. The flow state is the perfect psychological location for your focus to be. Not analyzing everything, but still moving towards a certain goal so not to be aimless. Balance is key. I recommend using Micron pens for drawing. They are great for smudging because the ink doesn't soak in immediately. Link in description. Always consider the balance of positive to negative space. Think of it like how puzzle pieces connect together. One piece does not overpower the other piece, and vice versa. However, once you know the rules, you can break them. Less is more when it comes to drawing the face in a small area. The pen tip is typically not small enough to add a ton of detail, so it's better to use subtle lines to signify facial features. To draw shadows, draw the general shape that you see. For instance, a triangle. Then shade it. Try using S-shaped lines to create organic-looking art. A big part of being an artist is knowing when you've done too much, and trying to stop before you get to that point. It's worse than doing not enough because you can't erase pen. Laugh my friggin' ass off. The reason why I brought that up is because I think I've done too much on this piece cause I was vibing too hard. But just like how your mother made you, we all make mistakes. Just be more aware next time you are drawing and make better decisions. To explain why less is more, I'd draw your attention to TV static. One could argue that since there's so much energy buzzing, the energy itself loses its polarity. However, if there was space around all the static, it would make it more polar and impactful. Space is really what defines substance, just how literal outer space is what gives meaning to our solar system. What actually makes something significant if there's nothing to contrast it. Too much of either side of the spectrum is bad. This is why balance is crucial. But then you will find some modern artists being silly and selling a literal blank canvas with one dot in the middle for $10 million and title it Space. This next sketch is dope because the reference photo already has a unique perspective. I love exaggerating perspective. It makes any drawing more aesthetically pleasing. There's plenty of reason why that's true, but generally it has to do with the Fibonacci sequence, well known in the art world. Oftentimes when defining the structure, I use short jabs of ink as a sort of guideline, kinda like marking wood planks for construction. But instead of cutting wood, we're drawing line art with permanent ink. Measure twice and cut once is how the saying goes. Over time, your line style will become more confident and unique. At first, learning how to draw is difficult, even at advanced stages when learning new techniques. But eventually your skill will feel like another form of communication, a dance with your hands, a practice of flow itself. The flow state is deeply euphoric and one of the best gifts from God. At a certain point, the validation from showing people your art won't be fulfilling enough, and you have to make the shift to drawing for the feeling rather than the praise. You won't really even care to show people your art anymore once this shift has happened. And that's a great place to be. Again, with the face, you can really just get away with an L shape for the nose, a couple curved lines for the eyelashes, some thicker lines for the lips, etc. As a general guideline for masculine and feminine art, masculine art tends to be more structured with box-like shapes, straight lines, and sharp corners. Feminine art is more flowing and bubbly. For accessories or clothing, your best bet is to keep it simple. I know I sound like a broken fucking record, but that's what it takes to get to this point. I'll always teach simplicity because it's the most vanilla way to draw. I don't want to fuck up your foundation by teaching you to draw like a shitty 4th grader edgy post-punk neo-expressionistic trust fund art school motherfucker. You can try drawing in different styles on your own. I'm just here to teach the basics. Thank you for watching the full video. I like to take a more abstract conceptual approach to teaching rather than a step-by-step method. The biggest thing I can leave you with is just simply to draw more. Nothing is a better teacher than the act of drawing itself. Comment ideas for future tutorials and what I can do to get better at teaching. Love and respect to you all.